The city hums in silver blue. Midnight leaning on her window, streetlights trembling in her eyes. Every word he left unspoken echoed louder in the quiet. Photographs face down on tables, promises that lost their ring. She held the silence like a secret, while the dark began to sing. She kept the night singing when her heart was barely breathing, turned her tears into a melody no one else was hearing. When the love they built went missing, she gave the pain a wing. And even in the breaking, she kept the night singing. Coffee cold beside the piano, fingers hovering over keys. Every chord a fragile memory, falling softly to her knees. He was gone like fading summer, like a shadow in between. But she stitched her shattered whispers into something evergreen. Oh, every crack became a harmony, every scar a minor key. She let the sorrow find its rhythm, set her lonely free. And when the sky was falling down, she sang above the sound, higher than the doubts inside, stronger than the goodbye. Oh, she rose in every note, let the broken beauty show. If love was just a fleeting thing, her voice would let it know. She kept the night singing through the storm that kept on screaming, turned her ache into an anthem, soft but undefeated. When the world stopped believing, she was still listening to the hope beneath the hurting. She kept the night singing. The night kept singing back to her. Silver dawn on quiet skin, a softer light begins. And somewhere in the fading dark, her song remains within. Cease Moody sanity, emotional clean. Light flickers, crowd in slow motion, silver dust in the air tonight, stage glow painting her skin white. Every breath feels amplified, but no one sees what she hides. Applause rising like a wave, but it can't reach the ache she saves. Behind the smile, behind the shine, a fragile truth between the lines. And the bass begins to shake the floor. Her pulse is racing more and more, every second stretching thin. She lets the music pull her in, her heart beneath the spotlight, beating through the dark night. Every note she's holding tight, shining but it don't feel right. She's glowing in the white light, dancing with the quiet, hear it in the skyline. Her heart beneath the spotlight. Mirrors blurring backstage halls, echoes bouncing off the walls. Lipstick, courage, trembling hands, living loud but barely stands. Crowd screaming out her name, but love don't sound the same. She trades her tears for neon dreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. Her heart beneath the spotlight, breaking in the limelight. Every chord a small fight, burning in the cold light. She's glowing in the white light, dancing through the silence, hear it in the skyline. Her heart beneath the spotlight. Heartbeat, don't let go. Heartbeat, heartbeat, don't let go. Heartbeat, heartbeat, don't let go. Under the loud build, rising tension, snare roll climbing higher. Her heart beneath the spotlight, stronger than the midnight. Every scar in plain sight, turning pain to starlight. Now she's owning the white light, rising from the silence. Feel it in the skyline. Her heart beneath the skylight. When the crowd fades into blue, and the stage lights lose their hue, in the quiet after applause, she finds out who she truly was. Midnight breathing through the curtains, she writes her secrets on the foggy glass. Names that never seem to last. Streetlight shadows on her wall, like memories that softly fall. A quiet room, a restless mind, tracing love she couldn't find. Every promise left unsaid echoes louder in her head. She keeps her heart in porcelain, cracked but whole enough to mend. Photographs in faded blue, smiling like they never knew. Every call she didn't make, every chance she let escape. Lonely isn't loud or wild, sometimes it just stays a while. Blue confessions of a lonely girl, whisper did it fade away? No drums, no noise, just breath and keys. She says I gave my best in quiet ways. Love too deep on borrowed days. A fragile truth, almost a prayer, hanging weightless in the air. Blue confessions of a lonely girl, breaking softly in a silent world. Now her tears turn into light, shimmering in the night. Blue confessions, brave and clear, finding strength inside her fear. If love couldn't stay, she'll still be okay. Dawn moves gently through the room, chasing out the midnight blue. And somewhere in the quiet swirl, there's more than lonely in this girl. Night holds its breath. She sang like the sky was listening, like the stars leaned in to hear. Every note a quiet trembling, every word sincere. Candles flickered in the silence, shadows dancing on the wall. She carried love in fragile hands, afraid that it might fall. And the air grew heavy with goodbye, a tremor in her voice. She felt the ending drawing near, but she still made her choice. When her melody broke softly, like a whisper in the rain, every heart inside the room felt the echo of her pain. When her melody broke softly, something beautiful remained. Even in the falling silence, love was written in her tears in every chord. She held the truth between her breasts, like something she adored. The spotlight didn't hide the shaking, the shimmer in her eyes, but strength was blooming in the cracks where fear and hope collide. When her melody broke softly, like a secret set to air, every soul could feel the fracture hanging gently there. When her melody broke softly, she let the curtain fall. Yet in the hush that followed, she had given all. Higher now, let the violins rise, let the drums awaken. She lifts her voice beyond the breaking, past the doubt and past the ache, turning sorrow into fire with every risk she takes. Oh, if love must leave in silence, let it leave in song. For even shattered harmonies can still be strong. When her melody broke softly, it became a empty stage, and somewhere in that fading sound, she turns another page. The night drapes itself in golden dew, and pink skies fading into midnight hue. She stands beneath a quiet light, breathing slow into the night. Every word she lets unfold feels like silk and smoke and gold. Hearts lean closer, unaware of the fragile truth she wears. There's a story in her tone of loving hard and loving alone, a tremble hiding in between the notes that fall so clean. They see the glow, the gentle sway, but not the price she had to pay. Behind the velvet of her sound, our peace is still unbound, and the room begins to blur as the lights grow dimmer. Every breath a spark, every whisper shimmer. She closes her eyes, lets the silence arise. Velvet evenings with her voice, soft enough to break your noise. Every note a slow embrace, floating through the space. Velvet evenings, low and true, painting hearts in midnight blue. If you listen close enough, you'll hear her fall in love. Here now, strings begin to climb, drums awaken underneath. She lets the hidden thunder free, turns her ache to harmony. No more shadows left to hide, she sings them into light. Oh, if the night must take its due, she'll leave a piece of truth in every trembling tone. She's stronger than she's known. Velvet evenings with her voice, now she sings without a choice. Every scar a shining thread in the words she said. Velvet evenings, bold and bright, echoing beyond the night. Through the hush and through the noise lives the power in her voice. The lights go down, the crowd thins out, footsteps fading slow. But somewhere in the darkened air, her velvet still will glow. scattered on the stage, like love letters on a page. She bows gently, hides the ache, smiles that shimmer, slightly fake. They cheer the song, they cheer her name, but they don't see the quiet pain. And when the final spotlight fades and shadows take the place of praise, her heartbeat fills the empty room, a fragile, tender tune. She stayed after the applause, when the clapping had its pause, when the crowd had turned away and the lights began to sway. She stayed after the applause, holding on to what she lost. In the silence she remained, where the truth was uncontained. Makeup mirrors fading glow, questions only she will know. Every lyric that she sang, still inside her chest it rang. Was it love or just the sound of loneliness dressed in a crown? Every standing ovation couldn't heal the separation. She stayed after the applause, through the echo and the cause, when the flowers hit the floor and the cheers were there no more. She stayed after the applause, counting all the hidden scars. In the hush of empty space, she met her truest face. Higher now, strings rise. No crowd, no light, no grand display, just who she is when fame decays. No borrowed shine, no borrowed sound, just bare feet on sacred ground. Oh, if love is louder when it leaves, then strength is born in what she keeps. She doesn't run, she doesn't hide. She stayed after the applause, not because of lost applause, but because her heart believed in the silence underneath. She stayed after the applause, stronger than the fading cause. When the world had moved along, she remained inside the song. The stage is dark, the night is wide, no one left to stand beside, but somewhere in that quiet space, she found her grace. Warm air drifting through an open window, night breathing slow. She moves like a whisper in the room, barefoot under silver moon. No grand declarations made, just gentle promises that stay. Her laughter low, her touch sincere, the kind of love you barely hear. Not fireworks against the sky, but constellations shining shy. careful hands build her hope in quiet plans. Every word she doesn't say still finds a softer way, through kitchen lights and Sunday rain, through tiny joys and hidden pain. She loves in tones so understated, deep, unwavering, patient. And when the world grows loud and fast, she slows the moment down. A steady rhythm in the chaos, a peace that can be found. Her loving, quiet harmony, soft as truth, wild as sea. No need for lights or symphony, it's enough just to be. Her loving, quiet harmony, breathing through the gravity. Even when the storms begin, she holds the calm within. What if love is not the spark, but the candle in the dark? Not the rush, not the flame, but the staying all the same. Strings swell gently. She doesn't shout, she doesn't chase. She meets your fear with steady grace. And in the silence you can see the strength in her simplicity. Her love in quiet harmony, rising like a memory, wrapped in warmth and honesty, endless as eternity. Her love in quiet harmony, now you hear it clearly, in every breath, in every plea. It's where you're meant to be. The night exhales, the sky turns pale, echoes drift and slowly sail. And somewhere in the stillness deep, her harmony remains asleep. Soft piano echo, echoing the paper. Ink on the paper, but the words don't stay. She folds every feeling she's afraid to say. Street lights flicker like a warning sign. Another lonely midnight crossing every line. Her phone lights up, but she lets it fade. Every I miss you is a debt unpaid. The silence screams louder than it announced. In midnight letters she never sent, she writes your name and tears it out, tracing every broken vow. Her heart is racing, trembling hands, but love gets lost in what she can't. Midnight letters she never sent, full of love and discontent. Every page a soft regret, words she'll never let you get. She keeps them folded in the dark like hidden pieces of her heart. All the truth she can't defend in midnight letters she never sent. Coffee's cold on the windowsill, memories louder when sings to the quiet in the room, where echoes bloom too soon. A fragile note begins to fall like dust in a midnight hall. Her voice is low, but it carries far through hidden wounds and old memoirs. Every breath she holds too long feels like goodbye inside a song. Window light across her face, silver lines she can't erase. Memories hum beneath her skin of where she's been and who she's been. She doesn't cry, she lets it glide between the chords she tries to hide. Every lyric soft and strong, like truth that waited all along. Soft shadows around her song, where broken hearts still belong. Every whisper, every wrong turns to beauty as she goes on. In the dark she's not alone, her silence finds a tone. Soft shadows around her song carry her where she belongs. Her voice fades into the night, but the night holds her tight. Strings begin to rise slowly, heartbeat rhythm underneath. Soft shadows around her song, where quiet strength is drawn. Every tear she thought was wrong becomes the place she's strong. Through the dark she's grown, turning pain to undertone. Soft shadows around her song, oh, where her heart has grown. Strings soften, piano repeat as vocal hum echoes gently. Fade to silence. Soft rivers, piano swell, distant vinyl crackle, faint whisper one more time. Low strings hum underneath. She packed her pain inside a melody, left it resting on the ivory keys. Every stage felt like a war, smiling wide while her heart was torn. Spotlight warm, but her hands were cold, singing stories she never told. Every ending felt the same, applause fading, calling her name. Where her ballads begin again, from the ashes of amen. Every tear becomes a hymn, every loss rewrites within. When the lights fall down like rain, she finds her voice goodbye will close the door, but heartbreak only asks for more. Every crack inside her tone turned into a place she'd grown. The mirror showed a different face, stronger now with softer grace. She stopped singing to pretend and started singing to transcend. Breathing deep, the moment bends. Old regrets, new amends. The key shifts higher in her chest, like rising from what hurt her best. If love broke her into pieces, music taught her how to heal. Every scar became a chorus, every wound began to feel. Where her ballads begin again, through the fire and the wind. Every shadow turns to light, every fall becomes her fight. When the world says this is it, she just lifts her voice and bends. From the quiet, from the pain, that's where her ballads begin again. Begin again. Rise again. Sing again. Strings soft and choir fades, single piano note lingers, long river tale